Next up is a product to keep athletes safer while competing.
Hi, Sharks. I'm David.
And I'm Michael, and we're from Denver, Colorado. We're here today seeking $50,000 for 5% equity in our company,
Stomp Athletics. Sharks, picture this. It's the fourth quarter of the big basketball game. The crowd is electric. You're dribbling the ball. You're about to make the highlight play of your life, and you slip and you miss. It's not because you suck. It's because your traction failed you.
For years, athletes have relied on old tricks to give them traction, whether it's using this soggy wet towel. That's gross. But the worst thing an athlete can do, David, don't do it in front of the Sharks. They lick their hands and wipe their shoes. It's disgusting.
It's true.
There has to be a better way. So I invented Stomp Shoe Armor by Stomp Athletics. This patented reusable traction product gives athletes traction wherever they go. Simply slide the Stomp Shoe Armor underneath your laces, Velcro it down, run your laces through the top eyelets, flip it back, tie your sneaker. Now you have traction wherever you go. Michael, can you hit the Sharks with a demo?
Once you have the shoe armor on your laces, you simply swipe over the top of each shoe armor, removes all dirt and debris. You get instant traction.
I like that.
Oh, you hear that, Chirp?
That's wild.
That's the sound of Stomp traction.
We also created the Stomp Traction Mat. Simply place the mat on the court, wipe your shoes over the top, and instant traction again.
That's cool.
So, Sharks, who's ready to start making money by stomping out the competition?
Rashawn, we'd love for you to come up and try this out.
And we are back with another Shark Tank reaction video. I actually think that was really cool. That was a dope product, man. You see it, you see some of these pictures, and you like, how did they come up with that? That's crazy. Now, again, 10 plus year intellectual property attorney, dealing with everything from copyrights, trade secrets, trademarks. And you heard Dave, I think Michael, one of them say the magic words, patents. Now, the three things that I look for, plus the bonus one, is how simple is it? Now, as he actually was going through it, it took a while for things to click. I'm like, okay, how does this thing give you better traction? But I guess these kind of came around at the end. So shouts out to them. The product seemed to be pretty straightforward, pretty simple. I guess the only thing is to kind of get it over the shoelaces can be a little bit maybe involved. But other than that, I think the product seems to be pretty simple. Effectiveness. Now, one of the things that I do want to say about this pitch is it's a reasonable valuation, 50,000, 20%, 50,000, 5%, what, $1 million valuation. Now, I don't think that the Sharks are going to be, again, 5% just seems awfully low. If I were them, I would have probably said $100,000 for like 10%, or, whatever the case may be, 150. Just kind of equal out the valuation to be $1 million, but give the Sharks a little bit more money, a little bit more percentage to get them a little bit more interested in the deal. Again, I actually like the product now that I understand what it is, but I'm not sure if they're going to be that interested in this type of product for only 5%. So I can see that valuation is probably going to go up to 20%, around 20%. I can see 15 to 20%. I can see Sharks kind of entering in at that valuation just because, or that equity amount, just because I think 5% is just so low for them. So just kind of keep that in mind as you're kind of looking to do these pitches. Is I think they would have been even more effective to have that same evaluation. They would have said, ask for more money for say 10% or whatever the case may be. Just like I say, get that percentage up a little bit, especially on this type of product. So again, that's the effectiveness, not a market. I don't see anything like this on a market. Obviously, you have different things. I think they use the floor mats with the sheets, the clear adhesive sheets. Again, I was just playing basketball the other day. You definitely are wiping your hands and kind of doing this with your hands, licking your hands and wiping your feet, which is probably not the best from a sanitation standpoint. So I do agree with them there. So this can be something that I think can solve that issue. And then the intellectual property. Are they protecting the IP? They do have trademarks on Stomp for athletic accessories and things like that. And they have a patent on the actual device. So I'm liking what I'm hearing so far. This has an opportunity to be something big. Let's see if the Sharks. Now, I think if it's one going to do it, it's probably going to be Damon Johnson. I don't see Laurie doing it. I don't see Barber doing it. Mr. Wonderful, if it's making money, he will get involved. But I can see Rayshawn and Damon doing it just because they, at least Rayshawn is more in an athletic spirit. Damon, maybe not so much. Mr. Wonderful, he's not a big sports guy, at least from my perspective. However, if it's making money, he'll do it. So that's kind of my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. That like button for the YouTube algorithm. as well as hit that subscribe button to be a part of the IP community. Let's go.
So throw those sneakers on and come on up here. I want you to try the mini mat and just feel the grip.
That is just a great idea.
Hop on here.
Sweet idea.
Just give it, you can get rough with it. Wipe your feet good.
Yeah.
Rough.
And then hit the traction board and just feel that pivot.
Wow. Oh yeah.
That works.
It's sticky.
It's real grip.
Now
yeah.
feel the mat. It's not sticky.
How does that work?
So here's the simplest analogy. If you had a pair of glasses on and they were dusty and you clean one side with a microfiber and one side with sticky tape and put them on, one side's clean, one has residue. These companies spend millions of dollars making the composites for their sneakers to have grip. We just have to keep them clean.
So it wears down. So when you're on the court
Works.
and you're running, it starts to wear off, you're saying.
You start
like that
picking up dust
traction.
particles.
So how much does this product cost?
So we have 3 products, okay? We have our large mat. That costs us $35 landed.
and what do you sell it for?
That retails for $99.
And you're selling those to gyms and to teams
Yep.
and stuff, right?
Yes, exactly. Then we have our second product, which is our mini mat. That cost me about 14 to 15, and that retails for $55. And then we have the shoe armor that costs us just under $7, and that retails for $29.
So if there was ever a product that would be demonstrated and get a lot of people interested, it's this thing.
We actually, last year, we were the traction mat at the All-Star game for professional
But
basketball.
what about the
cool.
shoe thing?
That's harder to get in the NBA or any.
Is it illegal in the NBA?
It's not, but they all have sneaker deals.
Right.
So you would have to
Can't
strike a
cover the
deal.
logo.
They
Yeah.
can't modify the sneaker.
So why wouldn't you go to the sneaker manufacturer, the
Right.
big guy, and say, look, why don't you take a piece of our company and we'll work together to blow this up everywhere?
If I had your superpower, they would call me back. I would love that.
But how protectable is it?
So we have several patents, design patents on the large mat and the mini mat, and we have utility and design patents on the shoe armor.
Nice.
What's your background?
So my background is in engineering. I had a full career in oil and gas. I was very fortunate to build and sell several oil and gas companies over the course of a decade.
Did you create this?
I did. And one of my investors, I told him, I need a good sales guy. I need somebody with just a killer instinct. And he connects me to this guy.
There he is.
And here we are.
So I was actually in college at TCU in Fort Worth, Texas.
Yeah.
Met with him and took a bunch of product in the back of my trunk. And within the first week, I sold it out. The entire Fort
Oh,
Worth Catholic
wow.
School
Wow.
District. From that point forward, we started increasing our inventory.
Have you taken on other investors?
So right now I own 90% of the business.
Mhm.
I have 2 investors.
How much had you invested?
I'm probably around $500,000 between
Wow.
all the
Wow.
patents,
Ticket.
wholesale
$500,000?
manufacturing. Yes.
Wow.
Patents, manufacturing, inventory, and then a couple of years of business.
What would $50,000 do for you?
We wanted to price this because we want a shark. This opportunity is unbelievably rare.
Tell us how rare it is in terms of revenue.
So lifetime sales were just under $220,000 in sales. This year, though, we're on pace for $250,000.
How big do you think the market is, Dave? Because, I mean, you only need one mat for each team, right?
The athletes buy. Michael, tell me about the
There's
size.
30 million participants for basketball. Every player can have a mini mat. A team can have that large mat, but when you're going to practice at the rec center or at your local gym, you bring that mini mat in your backpack.
So guys, I've been listening to you very intently. I think it's much too early for an investor. I'm sorry. I'm out. So I don't.
And as Barbara goes out, like I said, I don't see this thing being an investment for her or Lori for that matter. Again, they are making money. So shouts out to them on that in terms of revenue wise, $220,000 lifetime sales. I think this was probably shot in 2025, which they're projected to do 250. That's crazy that he spent half a ticket on this thing. I would say he seems like he has a number of patents, utility, and design. So this probably, you're talking about 6-7 patents, especially if you're talking about overseas patents as well, or patents in different jurisdictions outside of the U.S. They probably spent at least $100,000 on patents. I can see that for sure. Manufacturing costs, some other stuff. I don't like $500,000 for $220,000 sales personally. However, I like the margins, man. The big map, $35 landed, $99 sales. The mini map, $14 landed, $55 they're selling it for. And then a little thing that covers your shoe, $7, and they're selling it for $30. So I like the margins. But you kind of got to convert it to sales. That's all. And it seems like that's why he hired, I think Michael is his name. The other guy kind of go out and get it selling. So we'll see if, one of the sharks come around. Like I said, I don't necessarily like the $50,000, 5%. I think that's probably going to be too low for them. But it's definitely going to be, I think, Ray Sean, to a lesser extent, Damon and Mr. Wonderful. That's kind of my take. Let me know what you guys think about that. Am I right? Am I wrong? Let's find out.
Don't love niche businesses. I like things that are really broad. Love you. Don't love that it's too small a market, so I'm out.
Listen, I think
I don't
this
agree with
product
that
is
market.
superb. It is very unique. I think that may be a problem because you have to communicate and find your customer, which you will,
Yep.
but it's just not for me. I'm out.
Have you guys ever heard of VC math by any chance? I need returns on my winners that are large enough to make up for the losses. And I'm just not sure that you guys can grab a big enough part of that market in time for me to make my return. I don't think I'm your shark. I do think you can get there, but I'm sorry, I'm out.
Mr. Wonderful with the royalty.
Look, I think it's so nichey, so vertical, so unusual, so Shark Tankish. Here's an idea. I give you the 50 grand for 15%, no royalty, no anything. I don't know what's going to happen. This is a total flyer, guys.
Would you be willing to meet us in the middle and do maybe a 10%?
No, Dave, because I'm Mr. Wonderful. There's only one Mr. Wonderful. I think it's a fair offer.
It's the only offer.
I don't know what they're going to use the 50,000 for.
Mr. Wonderful,
You got a deal.
You got a deal.
Yeah, good job, Kevin.
I think it's really interesting. I really do.
Congratulations,
opportunity.
guys.
Thank you. You are a
That was a surprise.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Nice
you,
to
guys.
Thank you,
meet
Shark.
you.
Thank
Good
you.
luck,
Thank you.
guys.
Do you think Kevin ever wore a sneaker?
Got it,
Come
baby.
on,
Woo!
Mr. Wonderful. He's going to help us take over.
Taking it to the
everything.
next level. Basketball, volleyball. Here we come. We got to deal with Kevin. We're going to work extra hard to make him proud, but most importantly, make him some money.
Man, again, to be honest with you, I think they probably this was a match made in heaven from the standpoint of just kind of getting the car back. He talked about the shoe manufacturers being able to get a car back from Nike, from Adidas, from maybe a smaller sneaker brand to kind of get a use on their products and then kind of go from there. I think is a good thing. And then obviously they're demoing it from a basketball perspective, but you got other court sports. You have volleyball. And that's the one that maybe comes to mind. But you have other court sports which you can kind of use that or use this product for to kind of get enhanced grip for your sneakers. So I can see this kind of thing, something being a thing. Let's see if Mr. Wonderful can kind of work his magic with the power players and get the cars back and go from there. But I agree with him. I think it's a definitely shot in the dark. If it works, it can be something. But no, that remains to be seen. So those are kind of my thoughts on it. We got the train back on the track with this last pitch. Perfect. 3 for 4, season 17, episode 17. I don't think this is going to be the end of it. So end of this season. So I'll be on the lookout over the next couple of weeks to see whether or not you get some additional episodes. So those are kind of my thoughts. Hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Hit that subscribe button to be a part of the IP community. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. You guys have a good one. Take care. Peace.